Hi, I'm Brooke Bryand, and this weekend I opened my very first studio here in San Francisco. And the way that I opened it was to welcome 10 of my clients here to do what I called an itty bitty. We themed it around Valentine's Day, which is just a few weeks away, and I invited them to come in and had 2 sets and had 10 minutes total, so 5 minutes per set, which this is one set that you're seeing, the other one is gone, but you'll see it in a picture. And I wanted to find out whether I could shoot kids in 5 minutes per set, and what it was like with multiple families, and what it was like for the ages at these sets to see if they were appropriate or not. And then I realized that I could share this information with you, and that you can now do this at home. It may be a variation of it, but I wanted to share with you what I learned from that itty bitty session. So the first thing is the decor, the set. So this one, as you can see, is red paper. This is called a seamless backdrop. You do not need this at home whatsoever. You can use a white wall and then cut out red hearts. These white hearts are just white paper, cardstock paper that I got at Target. I also tried watercolor paper that was a little bit too thick. So if you do the red paper, construction paper would be just fine. We wanted them flopping off to give a little bit of a 3D. So do that with construction paper against your white wall, and that'll look beautiful. The next thing I learned was the lighting. So I have a window coming with light toward me. I have no artificial or studio lights in here whatsoever for this particular set. But I found that as the kids were lower to the ground, 4 months old pushing up or 6 months old sitting up, that I needed a little bit of extra light as before they could be crawlers. So I have a reflector to use for my purposes, but you absolutely do not need to buy a reflector. Just use a piece of poster board. You could potentially use a white bed sheet. You could use, there's foam core that they sell at Walgreens or Target or whatever, that's that hard poster board, and that'll be perfect. So you would have your child, your subject, sitting here. Approximately 4 feet from the wall would be ideal, because then you can have them in focus, and then you can use your lower aperture and have the background a little bit blurred out. So with your foam core, then you can even use a dining room chair, a spouse, a friend, whatever. Have them hold the foam core. If your window is over here, foam core over here, so you have nice even light on both sides of your subject. And then you shoot. So have the child about 4 feet away from the wall, going back to have a blurred background. If they're 4 months old, have them push up on their belly, and you don't need much underneath it, depending on what your floor looks like. If it's a hardwood floor, embrace the hardwood. If you want to put a little, like if you have a pretty blanket or something you want to put underneath, great. And then if they're sitting up, then that's perfect, and they're ready to go. If they're a toddler, you just want to keep their attention. And per my rule of having the clients here, I had 5 minutes per set. 3 to 5 minutes, no more than that, and then you let go. And if your kid isn't into it that day, I suggest you just wait. Either wait for an hour, 2 hours, add a jelly bean in there, whatever it takes to get their interest back. So those are my tips for doing a Valentine's Day itty bitty of your own in your own home. If you have questions, please email me or put something on Facebook, and good luck. I forgot my third tip, clothing, so important. So I asked my clients to either, depending on the age of the child, to either bring them with just a diaper, and I had diaper covers here, white, pink, red, or if they're a little bit older, they could wear just a white onesie or a white t-shirt and jeans, or I also bought a few things and had some in my stash already. This is from Etsy, this adorable bow tie. So we had one little boy that came with a white collared shirt, and so we got to put this cute bow tie on him. And then also on Etsy, though, you can certainly make it yourself if you're crafty. I bought a few of these fun things. I had some lips and some mustaches, and let the kids play with that if they were toddlers. And then finally, for the girls, let them wear some tutus. I have pink and red and fuchsia, and with this white wall, we wore the, or actually with the cream backdrop, we wore the red tutu or whatever they were into wearing. Of course, as we all know, we have this much control as to what our toddlers wear. We can give them suggestions, and then it's up to them. But I wanted to mention that clothing, either being super simple, white shirt and jeans, or if they're a little bit younger, then naked is the way to go, and let them be the center focus of your picture, and everything else is just accessories. Enjoy.